Hello, and thank you for letting me tell you a little about our project involving using generative AI as a scaffold to support students generating their own formative material. First of all, I want to introduce the team. We're a group of 4 academics from the anatomy team who have between 2 and 9 years experience at Keele. As part of this, we all have extensive experience of generating both formative and summative material across both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. In addition, one member of the team, Rachael Frigot, is the Academic Conduct Officer for undergraduate medicine, with direct experience of cases involving students' use of generative AI. The rationale behind the project was that students are already using generative AI. So we're not introducing something new, but what we are doing is providing them with the skills to use these resources in an appropriate and professional manner. Our viewpoint is that when it comes to generative AI in higher education, contraception and proper education is better than abstinence. Furthermore, a direct quote from our academic conduct officer is that we are doing our students a disservice if we do not equip them with the skills to navigate a world in which generative AI is so freely available. The aims of the project were simple: to boost the confidence of our students as independent learners, setting them up for a career of further study, encourage collaborative peer-peer learning, develop critical analysis skills essential for a professional degree such as medicine, and to highlight the limitations and potential professionalism issues surrounding the use of generative AI in their studies. For the first run of this project, we invited all first-year medical students to attend a voluntary session in the IT suite. We provided them with everything they needed for the day in both digital and physical formats, with the relevant hyperlinks or QR codes respectively. These resources led them through the process and could be divided into 5 key sections. The first section involves setting up their resources in the form of online textbooks through the LWW Health Library and initiating the first prompt. When creating a prompt, we found that it is very important to be specific about what you want generated and the context that it is suitable for. So here we asked for a multiple choice question with a clinical scenario suitable for first year medical students. This took some tweaking before we released the instructions to students, with previous iterations using the term clinical STEM, which did not provide what we were looking for, and not specifying first year medical students, which returned content that was too complex for our cohort. And finally, and I cannot stress this enough, be polite to our future robot overlords. And as I'm not there in person, an emoji will have to suffice. Section 2 involved collaborative critical analysis of the generated question and the sharing of this question to the preloaded Padlet page. Students then progressed to the second prompt where they chose a different question from the Padlet and asked ChatGPT to generate appropriate answers. As a group, they then critiqued whether these answers were appropriate. The final prompt asked the AI to justify the correct answer. This aimed to encourage the groups to ask why and go beyond statements of quote-unquote fact and towards understanding concepts. Students then modified the options if needed and shared them to the Padlet as a comment under the original question. This last section refers to activities outside of the session where the academic team check the questions and answers and share them in the survey along with the questions, asking for student feedback. So, as this is just a brief presentation, the results will have to be saved for another time. But briefly, 53% of the questions were accepted, with or without some edits from the team. Plus, student feedback on the day was positive, and it highlighted to them how unreliable or limited AI can be. So, in summary, when writing your prompts, it's essential to be specific about what you want and what or who it is for. And encourage open discussions about the limitations or potential professional issues surrounding the use of generative AI. The team are very happy to discuss the project with anybody who is interested, so do please contact us if you have any questions. Thank you for your time.